Hi, and welcome to this mindful 3-part breath practice. I'm Juliana. It's lovely to practice together in this way. So the 3-part breath is sometimes also called the yogic breath, the full yogic breath. And really it's just an opportunity for us to feel the whole kind of length and capacity of the breath. So we're bringing the breath down nice and low, like we're imagining breathing into our belly, and then into the ribs, and then also into the chest and up towards the collarbone. So it gets a lot more space than you might do when you're just kind of busy in your daily life, where the breath can sometimes get a little bit shallow or a little bit kind of caught up here or down here. So we kind of introduce the full kind of range and flow of breath again, which is a really lovely way to connect to the body as well. So we connect the body and the breath. And also essentially it can be just used as a concentration exercise, because the mind is kind of following the breath and connecting body and breath. It's given something to do, something quite neutral, something quite nourishing, which means if you're feeling a little bit busy, a little bit distracted, it's a really lovely practice just to be able to come home to yourself, to connect to your body, to connect to your breath, and you might notice a little bit of a difference. So see how you go, if that feels like it serves you. So there is no kind of magic to the setup, just keeping it really cozy. The cozier the body feels, the kind of more comfortable the breath will flow too. So creating, maybe if you have the time, don't worry if you don't, but if you have the time, just creating a really lovely environment for yourself. So maybe a nice lamp, and I also always have a cup of tea kind of ready for the end of my practice. So I like gently ease myself back into the day. And also, I sometimes keep a notepad nearby, just in case I want to kind of jot something down afterwards, any observations I made, or just anything like that. But those are like all luxuries. All you really need actually is a comfortable seat. So I'm sitting on a bolster and I've got a blanket underneath, but you're also very welcome to sit on some cushions. You're also welcome just to sit on your sofa or on a chair. You're also very welcome to come lay down, and when you're laying down, just have a little play with having the knees bent and the feet firmly on the floor, and having the legs extended, just noticing what feels a little bit more comfortable on the back, because obviously we're going to be here for a little while throughout the duration of the practice. And really that's all you need. So come to your comfortable place, wherever that is, and just take a few moments, just notice the ground underneath you. So just taking a few moments just to notice all the contact points of your body to the floor, and maybe take a nice exhale, just let them settle. I'm kind of feeling like you've arrived to your mat, if you're on your mat, or bolster or seat, wherever you are, just really feeling like you have arrived and you have made time for you. That's a really lovely thing. I sometimes even like to take a nice exhale out, just kind of let it go. Like whatever I brought into the practice with me today, whatever I've had going on before this moment, without naming or listing it, just kind of letting it go. And then just reconnecting to the ground underneath me, holding me safe, and just feeling like I've arrived, and this is just a little bit of time, like a really lovely golden wedge of time that is just for me. And let the arms be like in a natural position and kind of intuitive position, wherever you kind of naturally want to place them. There's no kind of hard and fast rules about this right now. The most important thing is that you're comfortable, as I said. And then from this really comfortable seat, before we start doing any kind of breath practice or anything like that, just letting the body feel like it's kind of placed in the space and kind of has a familiarity with its surroundings. So just, you can keep the eyes closed if you've already got them closed. Just a mental kind of scan of your environment. So notice the lovely room that you're in, any surrounding sounds, any smells, just creating a little kind of soundscape for yourself, just so you feel like you're familiar with your environment. And let that just form kind of part of the background noise. It's all welcome. And then notice yourself back on your mat or back on your seat. And welcome yourself once more to your practice. And maybe your eyes are closed. And maybe the eyes want to stay open, just whatever feels more comfortable for you. But if your eyes are open, Maybe giving them something to look at so the eyes can stay soft, the gaze is gentle, and not dotting around collecting information. So there's a little bit of easiness around the face, around the eyes, wherever you are. And let the breath flow really naturally, so without having to change it, shape it, just let it flow, flowing in and out. Maybe noticing the ground support you as you exhale, just really feeling that the body can settle as you exhale. The ground will hold you safe. And from that supported place, maybe as you inhale, feeling that gentle length through the back so you feel really nice and tall at the same time. So feeling the support of the earth, the ground underneath you as you exhale, finding yourself held safe. And finding that length through the back all the way to the crown of the head as you inhale. And just moving between those two lovely spaces so you feel both supported and tall. And come back to just a natural flowing breath without any observations or visualizations. Just let it come and go. Keeping that position throughout the practice, coming back to it whenever you need. And just noticing where the breath is. So maybe it's coming in and out of the nose, maybe it's coming in and out of the mouth, maybe a combination of the two. There's no right or wrong answer right now, just meeting yourself exactly where you are. Without having to change or shape it, just letting it flow in and out. Breathing in and breathing out. And feel free to come back to this natural breath, your breath, this comfortable breath whenever you like. At any point throughout the practice, just know that your natural flowing breath is available to you at any time. And then if it's okay with you, if you're not there already, just allowing the breath to flow in and out through the nose. Inhaling through both nostrils and exhaling through both nostrils. Just watching it come in through the nose and out through the nose. Maybe here you can observe the temperature of the breath. Maybe it feels a little cooler as you inhale. Maybe a little warmer as you exhale. No problem if you don't observe that. Just an opportunity really for us just to notice some of the qualities of the breath. And then maybe next time you inhale, inviting that breath lower down towards the belly. Feel the belly expand maybe a little. And as you exhale, guiding that breath out. Maybe exhaling out through the nose, or if you would like to exhale out through the mouth, just let the breath trickle out through gently parted lips, or like you're blowing slowly through a straw. So inhaling in nice and low down towards the belly. Exhaling out nice and slow, either through the nose or nice and slowly through the mouth, through gently parted lips, whichever one is more comfortable for you. Continuing just like that. Inhaling in nice and low down towards the belly. Exhaling out nice and slow. If you'd like to offer the breath just a little bit of support and guidance, you're very welcome to place your one hand on the belly. And just as you inhale, it's like you're inviting the breath down towards the belly, like it's trying to greet your hand. And as you exhale, the belly gently comes back towards the spine, guiding the air out. The placement of the hand just can give us a little bit more familiarity with where the breath is invited down to. Inhaling in nice and low. Exhaling out nice and slow and long. And we're going to take that breath a little higher. So you can even place your hand on your ribs, just front of the rib cage. So next time you inhale, you're going to inhale into the belly nice and low. And then bring that breath, continue bringing that inhale up to the ribs. And then up into the heart, towards the collarbones, into the chest. And then exhale belly. And then exhale ribs. And then exhale from the chest, softening the collarbones. Good. Inhaling belly. Ribs. Heart all the way up to the collarbones. Exhaling belly. Exhaling ribs. Exhaling all the way, letting the heart and chest and collarbones just soften down. Just continuing like that. Feel free to remove the hand from the ribs if that's not feeling like it's doing any service right now. You can imagine the flow of the breath instead. You might even want to place one hand on the heart, on the chest, upper chest. If you feel like it would support a little bit of guidance of the breath there, just like we did with the belly. So inhaling belly, rib cage, all the way into the chest, all the way into the upper chest, to the collarbones. Exhaling belly, rib cage and chest. Inhaling belly, ribs, chest. Exhaling belly, ribs and chest. Feel free to lower the hand down at any time if you haven't already. You can also maintain the hand in whichever place feels like it needs a little bit more guidance. You can even use two hands if that feels good. Let the breath flow in that three-part belly, ribs and chest, just for a few more cycles. Let the breath flow freely, expansively, but without strain, without creating too much tension. The face be soft, the back feel tall. Maybe next time you inhale, let's bring that breath down towards the belly and then to the rib cage. Maybe feeling like you feel the breath in the front of the rib cage and the sides, and maybe even towards the back of the rib cage and up to the heart. Bringing the heart really nice and bright, a little brightness around the chest all the way up to the collarbones, and then exhaling, finding a gentle softness as the belly softens and the ribs and the heart and the chest. Finding that lovely expansiveness, that luminosity as you inhale, not just at the front but maybe on the sides and the back of the body, and that softness as you exhale. Two more rounds after the one that you're on in your own time. And coming back in your own time to a natural flowing breath, letting the arms rest if they haven't already. Maybe even creating a nice releasing exhale, just to let go of any effort you've made. Sometimes it surprises me how much effort I end up making, even though I feel like I'm not creating any effort, Just letting it all go and just feeling the ground underneath you again, holding you safe. Coming back to natural flowing breath. Just taking a moment to greet yourself at the end of that 3-part breath practice. Without judgment, without criticism, just gentle observation, just noticing how you feel. Noticing maybe your mood. If your breath feels any different when you first started. Even the rhythm of your mind. Maybe you're feeling a little busy when you started. Maybe you're feeling a little calmer now. But there's no judgment, just meeting yourself exactly as you are. And maybe before you move back into your day, just making a nice wish for yourself. So if you're feeling calmer, maybe wishing to continue that into your evening. Feel like you've kind of come home to yourself a little bit more. And maybe you wish to continue with that into your evening, to keep a part of that going. If you don't observe any of those things, no problem. Maybe imagine what it might feel like to feel that way. Just a nice wish for yourself. How would you like to feel? And if you have your eyes closed still, keeping them closed, so then just ease gently back into the room. Just keeping the eyes closed, you can bring the hands together and give them just a gentle rub to create a little bit of heat between the hands, and then gently cupping the hands, cupping the eyes with your hands. A little bit of warmth around the eyes. And then slowly just blinking your eyes open inside your cupped hands, and maybe you have a little bit of a light that comes in through the little gaps between the fingers, just easing the nervous system, easing yourself back into your day. And you can gently open the fingers, let a little bit more light in, and then slowly lower the hands down and notice yourself back in your room, back in your environment. Let it all go. Anything you observed, just taking as much time as you need before you move back into your day, so feel free to stay here for as long as you like. Hopefully that practice has served you in some way. And if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. You know where to find me. And that's it. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you.